Good afternoon, welcome to the studio. Today I'm joined by Bernard. Welcome Bernard. It's been a while, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been a while when I was here, but I'm happy to be back, and always I'll be happy. My heart is part here, even I can't be every single time when you have here, but it's important to have more and more different people in order to listen to other voices. And today, yeah, I'm with Liz. Liz is our host, and she will let us know what we speak about today.
So, first of all, let's talk about the opposite of the topic, and that's boredom. Okay?
Oh,
Because, boredom can be absolutely mind-numbing.
that's true.
If you can't find something that you want to do, right?
Absolutely.
You can find things to do, but you just don't want to do them. That's like being trapped in your mind.
Yeah, and the boredom could be dangerous.
Yes.
We need a little bit to be bored sometime, but when became a chronicle,
Yeah.
could be dangerous for our mental health. Then let's see what we speak about.
Yeah, and another thing, this is one of my favourite sayings. Idle hands are the devil's playmates.
Ah, that's true. Got it. Yeah, it's very interesting, and it should be memorized.
Yeah, definitely. Because I think, if we're not occupied, then I think we kind of, we're wasting our time, really.
Yeah. In my country, we have a word: if you don't have something to do, the devil will find you something to do, which is not the great thing you should like to do.
And to contrast that, because
Yeah.
I just realised that I just disagreed with myself as well. We don't always have to have something to do, because sometimes being occupied means to spend time relaxing as well, doesn't it? Just to take that time to mindfully relax and take yourself away from the busyness. But the topic today, okay, if you haven't already guessed, is entertainment and how important it is for people to be entertained.
When I hear this word entertainment, I like it, but when it's about others, because when I say entertainment or I hear entertainment, I know that somebody is working hard behind the scene to prepare a good time for me. But I suppose it's a misunderstanding about that, because we all are called to entertain, not just to be entertained.
Definitely. I mean, your role as priest,
Yeah.
yeah, there's an aspect of
I don't
entertainment.
like it anyway, but I'm here.
But there is, isn't
I
there?
forgot my label.
Oh, now you've got your dog collar.
Yeah. It's in this hot time, it's very difficult to have it apologize.
Yeah. But when you're performing a sermon, because there
That's
is
true.
an aspect of performances in it. Isn't
But do you know what? You're right. Because sometimes when we do the sermon, deliver the sermon, we focus too much on lecturing, on teaching, than on the people, the way how they receive it. And if what I say and how I say it really make them to feel great in the time when I want to share with them an understanding about the message. And yeah, entertainment could be the key.
Yeah, but even if you don't know that you're doing it, your personality will come through, and that's what people will engage with. When you're able to take whatever teaching you're doing and put it in a way that people will better understand it,
Mhm.
it will conjure up an image or a memory or something that those people that are listening to you are engaging with you because you are entertaining them. And that may not be what you're setting out to do, but it is actually what you're doing as well.
You gave me a good idea. Next time when I start to prepare a sermon, I will invite you to come to have a chat about that, about the aspect of entertaining of the sermon, in order to fix the idea in the people's memories and their hearts. Good things. Okay, then I will call you.
Yeah, and if people were watching Facebook, and they would have seen throughout Lent, you and Cornelia did 5-minute videos, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We did in the Lent time, yeah.
Yeah, and they were quite entertaining.
Yeah, we try. Not always was great, but we tried.
Yeah, but one of them was a puppet show, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Without maybe even mindfully setting out to do it, we tend to want to entertain others. And at the same time, we need entertainment, because without it, all we're doing is working or doing things that we have to do but don't necessarily always want to do.
Yeah, when I hear the word entertainment or entertaining others, I have another part of understanding about having even fun in serious things. And in my formation time as priest, I had a professor who always asked us to do not take ourselves too serious when we help others to understand something, and be funny. I suppose entertainment is quite about that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But it's part of your personality as well, isn't it? I mean, not all of us are funny, though.
Yeah, that's true. Or maybe we could be, I don't know, just boring funny.
Yeah. But for me, for example, when I think about entertainment, I think about how to entertain children, because I have a lot of children in my family.
It's a great topic then to speak today about that, because today the majority of the schools have the last day, don't they?
Yeah.
And the families with one little child, 2 or 3 or more. This is a challenging time for you to entertain children
definitely.
and to develop their character in this off time.
And it can feel like a lot of pressure if you think about the duration of the summer holidays and the cost of things nowadays is quite expensive.
That's true.
The parents are not going to be able to fill every single day up with outings.
Absolutely.
I think if I make some suggestions, which I've actually got written down, so they're not.
Please, I don't have too much experience in entertaining children. As a priest, I had, having services with them, funny times, but not a father. Then, Liz, if you can help us to understand better, I will listen. I will be eyes and ears for you.
Yeah, well, one of the things I think nowadays that children really like is TikTok.
Oh yeah, I like it as well, but only to watch, not to do it.
Yeah, but adults can do it too. And so,
I have to take this challenge, but I tried once the suggestion of Joe, who is behind the screen now. He's helping us with the technicality. And I wasn't happy, to be honest. I didn't ask anybody if like or not. I wasn't happy and I deleted it. I will try again.
Yeah, you don't want to feel too much pressure, but it's not entertaining for you, is it?
Maybe I've done because at the end I said, it was just rubbish. I lost a lot of time doing these movies and no one is working. But I didn't ask anybody else. And it was just maybe I took myself too serious.
Well, do you know what, actually, we spoke to Dave on Monday. In a little while we're going to show a clip. But he also mentioned that during lockdown, he had made a number of videos. He didn't realise at the start of COVID how long lockdown was going to go on for. And when he got to the 90th day, he started to run out of ideas. But
that's an issue, yeah, exactly.
But, those videos are actually online still to watch. And there's a lot of ideas, people who put on Google and on YouTube, things to do at home with children that aren't going to cost the earth. So if you would like to, go on YouTube and look up Magic Dave and you'll find at least 90, I'm told.
Then, dear parents, listen to Liz. She has a tip for you, and go on YouTube and help yourself in that time, which could be a great time, not a stressful.
Yeah, there's no rules to this. There isn't. You can make it up as you go along. So have a little go at TikTok because it is fun. No pressure. Do a little dance or something. I'm sure Joe's got ideas. Joe?
Well, I mean, I obviously did the series through Thy Kingdom Come on TikTok, and that was quite popular. So it's just whatever you're interested in. That's the main thing to look at doing, and you just got to enjoy it.
That's
the more you enjoy it, the more it's going. The more other people, other people are going to enjoy it as well.
Yeah, it was the first series we had on TikTok as a congregation, and Joe did all these fantastic videos, and we had hundreds of people.
Yeah.
When we just appeared on that area on the TikTok series network, then you have a look on our profile and see what kind of materials you have, and as Liz you said, give us ideas if you find you have more ideas.
You can create 10 videos on TikTok and you may only get a few clicks on each of them. But there will come a day when you will create something that just takes off you know, and you'll get thousands of it, and then that will give you the oomph that you need to keep giving it a try. But some other things that you can do from home is keep in touch with friends, so school friends, but actually instead of texting them or emailing them or social media, write a letter and send it through the post.
Yeah, I have to confess, when I was student, in prehistoric times, I used to write every single week a few letters. And then when the technology developed so quick, I forgot to write letters by hand. First, because I became lazy doing that. And the second, I said, why to lose so much time writing a letter and just type an email and that's it. But I missed the time when I was receiving letters, and I enjoyed so much when my postbox had a letter with a name addressed to me.
Exactly, there is something special about a handwritten letter that's got a bit of thought put behind it, and you can keep it as well.
And then send me a letter, make me joyful in this, and I will write you back.
Yeah, you know what? We could start our own pen pal thing here. Yeah, if you're interested in pen pals, then do contact us, and we'll put you in touch with somebody else, and you can send each other letters.
Absolutely, and building a little friendship congregation, families of people to entertain each other, or maybe have fun.
Yeah, exactly. It's not all serious. So other ideas, you could have like a sports day at home.
Yeah.
Generally that needs a bit of space. So check out things that are going on in your local area as well, because there's a lot of places putting on.
And you have
fairs.
a lot of things to tell us, because
Yeah,
there's a lot of happening. She's prepared for that, and I listen to time to her.
A water fight always goes down quite well.
I like that, but not in a rainy day. It's enough.
No, that's probably
Maybe another 25 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, if it's a rainy day, you could make tents inside.
Oh yeah.
Did you do that as a child?
Yeah, I used to do that always, and in that time we didn't have tents to buy so cheap like they are now, because everything was a bit, when we speak about sport and tents, was quite expensive. But we built up from bed sheets, all this stuff. Not always mom was happy,
No.
but at the end she accepted.
Yeah.
Just to keep quiet and do not disturb her too much, and to have entertainment on our own.
So get permission from mum before you
Oh,
raid
yeah.
the airing cupboard.
Especially when you have like white bed sheets,
Yes.
Trust me, you will be in trouble. Funny trouble.
If you have a garden or your friends have a garden, you can camp outside.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's just not expensive, is it?
But again, if you want to stay overnight, ask mom.
Oh yes.
Because mom will be afraid that the bugs will bite you. As mom always was when I was a little child. Oh, you're gonna bite. Don't scratch yourself.
Oh, no. not the bugs, but maybe foxes. They've got a lot of foxes.
They are fun, yeah, they are fun. Don't be afraid of them. Sometimes they make like an interesting noise, like little babies, but ignore that.
Yeah. I mean, they're nice to see, though, aren't they? You could do some crafts. If you go on Pinterest, there is literally millions of craft ideas.
So many tutorials. It just, by the way, doing craft, you can find out what kind of ability you have. You develop something which could be a hobby or even a professional job later on.
Yeah,
Is
so
the way how you grow.
your creativity, isn't
Absolutely.
it? You're exercising your creativity, it's a part in your mind.
What we do now for fun and for entertainment could be a life living.
Exactly, yeah. I think it's so important that actually we explore our own personalities by trying different things.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, so there's plenty of other ideas. Do check out our newsletter, because there is some things on during the 6-week holidays, and they're either free or they're very, very low cost, and they're all in the live streams churches. They're quite local around here, and look at what's on in Southend as well, because there's lots of places doing free or very low cost things for children and families. But what we're going to do now, Bernard, is we're going to have a look at the pre-recording that we did with Dave.
Before all that, can I ask those who are watching us now or later on, if you have tips for entertainment for us as adults or for children, please share with us and comment and help us this summer to be a great summer for us. We will share with you our tips.
Yes, excellent idea. Yeah, put them in the comments or email, and
Exactly.
to share is to care.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to go over to Dave, because Dave is an entertainer, he's a magician, and he has an excellent perspective on entertainment.
Okay. Audio level's fine. Alright, when you're ready.
Welcome, Dave.
Hi.
This week we're talking about entertainment, and I thought, what better person
Thank you.
to bring on the studio than somebody who is an entertainer.
Thanks very much. I'm glad to be here again. It's always nice seeing you all.
Yeah, how have you been?
Really good. It's all been very busy with the whole kind of, obviously, it's summer season starting now, so for a lot of entertainers like myself, it's when we get kind of a main big kind of busy periods. So kind of just gearing up to that, sorting all my new shows out, sorting out all those kind of things. But it's really, I think it's been good.
Yeah, and I would imagine there's a lot of birthday parties coming up.
Yeah. I feel quite spoiled actually. I go to about 5 birthday parties in a week normally, and that which it sounds great until you realise if you eat all the cake and all the food, you get really big. So I try not to eat it all. No, so I do a lot of parties. I do a lot of kind of I think I spend most of my weekends with 5, 6, and 7-year-olds just being stupid. It's probably the best way to put what I do.
And well, one of the things that we're looking at is, why is entertainment important to people?
Oh, absolutely. That's a really good question, actually. It's very much a release, I think. It's not necessarily a distraction is probably the wrong way of putting it, but we have so many things that we all have to do, myself included. Even though I have such a fun job, and I've got to go office work and paperwork and things like that, and you spend a lot of time concentrating on doing all these things. And entertainment gives you a way to relax and enjoy yourself and take that pressure off. If you go to a theatre show or if you're watching TV, you can lose yourself in it for that hour or 2 hours and just enjoy that time and not have to worry about what else is going on in the world.
Yeah, it's kind of like de-stressing, isn't it?
Absolutely. And it gives you that nice kind of dopamine, it's dopamine? You know what I mean, that
Nice
the good
chemical.
feeling, chemical in the brain, yeah, that's the one, yeah, that's what it is, yeah, exactly. So it gives you that kind of nice, yeah, it just makes you feel good about what's going on, and again, it can be very thought-provoking as well, actually, It can make you think about things that you haven't necessarily thought about, which is quite good.
There are lots of different types of entertainment, and obviously when talking to you, we're talking about your magic.
So yeah, I'm a magician. I do family entertainment, is what I kind of call myself. So basically, my shows and all things that I do are kind of geared from kind of this height to kind of that I really, but it's basically entertaining the whole family. That's kind of what I go for, yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of like one of those things, live performance, isn't it? And it's, I imagine you try and make people laugh a little bit.
Yeah, I do. I try and be very silly. It's really awkward because again, kind of whenever you do any kind of interview like this, you're not that personal crazy self. If I was to get into that kind of show mode, I'll probably be bouncing around here now, being really annoying to you, and you probably won't be able to get anything filmed because it's a character. And so we got a lot of stupid jokes, a lot of silly tongue twisters and things like that, and all those kind of things just to give people a giggle. Really, I do one now if you want. Well, can you copy what I say?
Yeah.
Bananas.
Bananas.
Potatoes.
Potatoes.
One smart fellow, he felt smart.
One smart fellow, he felt smart.
Oh, nearly 2 smart fellows, they felt smart.
No, I lost it.
2 smart fellows, they felt smart.
Too smart for those, they felt smart?
We're doing really well. See, most people here get the felt and the smart mixed up, and they say something a bit naughty, which I don't think comes out. Not really naughty.
Oh, right.
But yeah, we can do lots of things. We take lots of silly words like fart and all things like that, and really encourage people to be really mischievous. And get the energy up there, and it's very kind of what I do is very high energy. It's very silly, slapsticky kind of stuff. It's getting people to do silly tongue twisters. It's doing really stupid things. I've got a cheater friend that comes to my shows. And that as well. So if you're on my website and things like that, if you search for Magic Dave, you'll find me there, and he is an absolute nightmare. and that, as I say, he's very, very funny, very silly. But I used to bring him out for about 5 minutes of my show, and it turned into about 25 minutes in the end because he literally causes so much mischief, and he never listens to what I say, hits me in the face, all these kind of stupid things. You probably remember this one. Do you remember Bodger and Badger?
Oh yeah.
It's that kind of thing. It's like a bit of flashback for parents there. It's that kind of thing, very much slapstick, very silliness, very disobedient pet, shall we say. No, that's kind of entertainment that I focus on. I do other bits as well, obviously. Like many entertainers, I do have, I hate calling them, I'll call it a grown-up show, probably a better way of putting it, a grown-up show. It's one where, so I do shows which are more like an adult audience as well. Obviously, I don't have that big, same crazy character. But it's a whole light-hearted humour, it's fun, friendly, you know. Just all in, yeah, just a bit of magic fun.
And it makes people feel good, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
You know, even if it's not comedy, it's not laughter. There's something that goes on, I think, in the brain when we're being entertained, and whether that is a magic show or a comedy or do you know what? I really like crime thrillers.
Oh yeah, I've quite watched those Netflix murder documentaries recently myself. It's a bit of my guilty pleasure because it engages you and it makes you think. And I think that's what it is. It allows you. It's escapism. That's kind of what it is. It allows you to think about something else other than what's going on in real life. And even if it's a bit more darker or scarier or whatever you personally like, entertainment gives you that way to kind of engage with something else other than life.
Yeah, exactly. So entertainment really isn't just one thing. It's kind of like it's multifaceted.
Exactly. It's one of those things you go, like I say to people, I work in entertainment. That could mean a million things. Now for me, obviously, I can narrow it down very, very much a small area, but it's such a broad topic that literally it could be theatre, live shows, cinema, TV, even street performers. And there's so many different people.
And it's one of those things that can inspire you to be more creative. Imagine you have to come up with new material sometimes.
I do. In fact, I'm currently working on a new stage show at the moment. I've spent about 3 months working on it. And it's a really challenging thing because everyone goes, I can write a show, I could do this, I could write a book. It's a lot harder than people think because again, let's just sit there with a blank piece of paper and go, right, this is what I want to do, make it happen. And it just doesn't work that way. But I'm very lucky that I have a lot of friends around me who are obviously in the entertainment industry who can share ideas with me and different thoughts and processes. And one of the best things about that is I can give them a call and go, I'm thinking about doing this in my show, what do you think? And then I can bounce ideas off them and it becomes more of a collaborative effort. Entertainment's such a really hard thing to kind of get going and be creative with. But once you can get those ideas flowing, it's so much fun.
Yeah, I imagine having that social group being a part of that is part of your identity as well.
Yeah, it is. I say, well, obviously everyone knows me as Magic Dave. That's what kind of I'm known as. Even my kids call me that sometimes, mainly when they want to try and wind me up. I don't know why. But again, that is kind of very much become part of me, and that whole kind of entertainer side. That's what more people see of me than this. That's why I say when people see me talking like in these kind of situations now, they can't understand how I can be a big crazy kids entertainer and then normal. But it kind of merged the two parts of it into one almost.
And I suppose it works like that with celebrities because
absolutely,
the person that you see on a screen or the singer that you follow, they project an image, and it's not always.
I've been really lucky to be able to work with a lot of big names, and that through this job and my previous job, I used to work as a stage manager in theatre. And some celebrities are the nicest people in the world, and that literally you want to be best friends with them. And others, they can be, obviously I won't mention names, it's not professional, but I'll say others, again, you've seen them on stage and they're really charming and sweet and friendly, and the moment they walk off stage, they're the worst people you could ever meet. And so I think everyone who works in entertainment, two-faced is not the right word, but you have a stage persona and who you are. And I think you kind of have to separate them to survive in entertainment as well, because it's quite a cutthroat business. So it's one of the few businesses where you're actually kind of, that what you do is judged, you're judged on you as well as what you do. So you kind of have to split yourself into having a show personality and a normal personality. And people can sometimes don't quite see when they mix.
I suppose really that's probably more noticeable to you because it is such a big persona. But I would probably suggest that all of us have a slightly different identity when we're around different people.
Oh yeah, absolutely we do. I think entertainers can take it to the extreme. I prefer it that way. I say it's very much, it's almost like a Jekyll and Hyde. I remember I was helping a Michael Bublé concert. Was it Michael Bublé? I think it was. Some kind of singer. I remember watching. I was so impressed because he was having a really bad day, and you could see he was having a bad day, and he was on the side of the stage, and it might not be Michael Bublé. I might have got that wrong. But I do know who it is. I think I'm not going to say who it is, but it's not him because I do remember who it is now. But I'm sure we can cut that bit out. It's fine. I'm also an entertainer, and he was a professional singer, and he was having a really bad day. I heard him talking to his manager backstage. He was really kind of and he literally stood at the side of the stage, and I could see him going, smile, and then go straight out. And he was a character. He was his bouncy, charming, slightly cheeky, chappy self, and really engaging. And he kind of literally saw the moment he crossed that curtain, it became a new person. So like you said, I do think that everyone has these kind of different personalities with who we are. I think entertainers just take it to the extreme.
Yeah.
And that because you have, no matter how you're feeling, if you're having the worst day of your life, if you go on that stage, you have to be engaging. You can't show that you're having a bad day, or you're full of a cold, or you're just feeling a bit rotten. It has to be the same high standard.
Quite a lot of pressure.
Absolutely. And so I've done shows before where mainly when I'm feeling really ill. In fact, I remember when I had a COVID scare at one point, because I started getting that flu-like symptoms during a show. I remember being on stage going, I need to push through, and I could feel sweat pouring off my head. I'm going, I can't physically do this, but you just push and push and push and push. You just get yourself through that little stage. No one on that, other than me, had any idea that I was actually feeling so unwell, but literally managed to get off stage, sat down for 2 minutes, and then went home and kind of collapsed in bed for a few days. But it's quite demanding.
And quite selfless in that way, because I imagine you're thinking about other people, who want to see you, and they need to have a good time because that's what they're expecting.
One of the hardest things I have to do in my job is, say, disappoint people. But if I have to cancel a show for any reason, or if I'm ill, if I get stuck in traffic, if my car breaks down, and I have to make that phone call to go, I'm not going to be there, because I feel so guilty at that point, especially if I'm doing a children's party. I'm working at children's parties, I know that the children are excited to see me because they know that I'm coming. The grown-ups are excited to have me there as well, because they think it's a nice day off for them as well, but obviously they're excited to see their kids excited. So to obviously have that disappointment, I find it just as heartbreaking as the parents do, and I do anything to kind of make up for it. But yeah, it's quite a tough thing.
And I know, like, from your perspective, being the entertainer, that's probably the negative side. There's always kind of like that, the positive and negative.
Yeah.
But from the perspective of somebody who maybe seeks a lot of entertainment, to escape some of the stress of life, I think the downsides to that is some people can spend too much time things like social media.
Exactly. We're living in a kind of era now where people are trying to escape from have that escapism, but do it to the extreme. So you'll see people will be on their phones for 6-7 hours a day, just scrolling through TikTok or things like that as well. And also, I think one of the things that kind of entertainment's evolved, especially in the last few years, especially with lockdown, people's attention spans have got shorter. And I think what's happened is, because of that, people like things like TikTok and things like a lot more. But it's so easy then to just go through your phone and go, oh look, there's another video, 30 seconds, okay, let's see the next one. And before you know it, you spent 3 hours just doing that. I think everyone does it to an extreme, but quite a few people do. You've got to be very careful with it.
To kind of get that just quick feel of being entertained or amused without actually the build-up or something like that. It's kind of like reading a book, but only skipping the
exactly
part, isn't it?
I think that's one of the big things about kind of how media's changed recently. Social media's really changed entertainment. Everything's now becoming a lot more short attention spans. The content that I create for social media now as well has gone it used to be I create like 5-10 minute long videos, and now it's been shortened down to 30-second or minute long clips, because you can see on all the tracking people watch for 20 seconds and decide if they want to watch it or not. So again, it's so yeah, I think everyone's gone a bit more short attention spans, but that means you kind of lose yourself a lot more in it, because there's always something engaging you.
Yeah, no, there is a lot, isn't there? It's kind of like we're spoiled for choice.
Oh, absolutely.
I think really we've mentioned, some of the positives, some of the negatives, but I really do want to just say that entertainment is quite important.
Absolutely.
For everybody, and it's something that actually 25,000 years ago people would have still sought some sort of entertainment.
Well, going off the whole magic kind of thing, the earliest recorded magic tricks I think it's about 4000 BC back in Egypt, and that literally there's literally hieroglyphs of the wall on people doing a trick with a ball and a cup. That is literally, when I say it's the old trick in the world, it really is. No, literally everyone throughout time we've always sought ways to kind of entertain ourselves, and it's a good thing to do, and it really is. And there's something out there for everybody.
Exactly, and so make sure that you get your nice little bit of daily entertainment, and have a look, check out Dave as well.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, I think that's all.
Not it kill itself.
Okay. Audio level's fine. Alright.
But I hope you enjoyed listening to Dave. It was very good to have him on. Nice to have his perspective, especially from an entertainer himself. He has to keep up his energy levels, I think.
Exactly, he's a professional and he has the energy, he has the know-how, and I suppose he has a lot of tips for us as well. And you can ask him directly, sending messages or commenting on our Facebook.
Yeah, and check out his website as well, because I've been on there and I didn't even realise he had a website. But if you want to know about his magic show, he would be quite happy, I'm sure, to tell you all about it. So I think that's pretty much all for this week about entertainment. Bernard just told me about a hamster who potentially is obsessed, obsessed with entertainment,
Exactly.
which is kind of the dark side, I suppose. That there's always too much of something, so it's a balance.
Keep always the balance, and like in everything, in drinking, eating, making sport, or resting, in everything we need a balance.
That's it, we want a variety in our life.
Absolutely.
So for here at Sunsets tomorrow, we've got an aeroplane going across.
You are close to the airport and the huge aircraft is just going over.
Yeah, that was quite loud. So tomorrow we've got Bring Your Own Craft Cafe. That means that the church is open from 9 o'clock until 1 o'clock. Bring something to work on, a project, whatever it is that you'd like to do, and come and use the space here. You can bring a packed lunch if you'd like to have your lunch here. If it's a nice day, we can set up outside.
Exactly, you have space where you can put a blanket or whatever, or a bean bag or whatever you have home, you can find here as well to use. And just have a fun time without going too far, and cheap, no money for that.
Exactly, and like Bernard suggested, bean bags, always good, and the tree outside, so a bit of shade, isn't it?
Yeah, I used to stay that Sunday between the services. I go out there and have 2 hours of naps, and then very good for doing jobs.
That's it. And talking about services, we've got one at 3:30 on Sunday.
Yeah.
And will you be here then?
I will be here this Sunday, yeah.
So do come to that. It's quite relaxed. You don't need to bring anything, just yourself.
But you have a lot of in your sleeve. For us, for the summers, can you disclose some secrets what you're preparing for us for this time when we would like to enjoy more out?
Oh, you want me to disclose some secrets? Okay, so every Friday in August we're going to be having a children's club, and it's for ages 6 to 14.
We were speaking about children, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. We're helping you out here, because if you would like to, you can register them by emailing us, and then you can drop them off here at St Sed's at 10 o'clock on a Friday. and you can pick them up either at 12 o'clock, or if you send them with a packed lunch, you can pick them up at 1. So that means that mum and dad get a nice morning free whilst their children are entertained.
Then mum and dad, come on, take your chance.
Yeah, brilliant. And there are other things in the live streams churches, which is why I think it's really important to check out the newsletter. But one big event that we've got here at St Sed's is on the 20th of August, and it's 11 till 3, and it's a Southend City celebration.
Yeah.
So I don't think we can celebrate enough, really, because we've waited many, many years for Southend to be recognised.
And
as a
finally
city.
we are here, and I'm really waiting for that days. Even if Saturday my day off, but I will be here because the day off is a good day to share with others and to socialize, and why not to celebrate.
Yeah, you know, free food, free entertainment.
Then,
You know, what can go wrong?
I save for some money for the later on. You know?
Yeah. And then next week we've got Oasis, haven't we?
Yeah, we have Oasis between 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock Wednesday afternoon. We will be here for a chat, for reading a book, for sharing, and just for a relaxing time.
Yeah, grab a tea or a coffee, whatever you like.
Exactly.
You know,
Yes.
biscuit, and just relax. It's time to take out for yourself, isn't it?
Joe, want to say us something, Joe?
Just to say quickly,
Please come to the camera.
just to say quickly that unfortunately next week we won't be here in the studio, but we will be here the following week. So again, please just stay tuned into all our social media channels. Again, obviously about this Southend City celebration. We've got art streams. You know, there's so much that's going to be happening over the summer. So please just stay tuned. We're going to have all of that out for you, get all that information to you, and we hope to see you. Hope for you to join us, and to have a good summer, have a fun and entertaining summer as well.
I'm sure it will be really entertaining.
I'm Reverend Bernard Noghiu, and thank you for the time I had with you here today, and thank you, Liz and Joe, for inviting me to join you here. And I will let you, Liz, you being our host, to.
Again, well, thank you very much for coming on, and thank you, Jay, and thank you everybody at home. I hope that you have enjoyed the topic today. If you would like us to talk about anything in particular, do send in your ideas. We'll be happy to talk about them. And also, if you want to join us, we do have space here on the couch. So that's all for now. Have a good rest of the day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.